Good evening. So in the past couple of weeks, I should say, we've seen protests erupt across the world, across the Western world mostly, when it comes to protesting and rioting as a result of social injustice. Most notably, tension between the police and black citizens, because of course the riots that have been happening across the world was caused by the death of George Floyd under police custody, where the police officer knelt on his neck for almost 10 minutes and then suffocating him, and he passed away because as he was pleading out that he couldn't breathe. So as a result, after that death happened, rioting spread across the city of where it happened, Minneapolis, across the nation and then across the world, and certainly here in the UK, where we have our own history of racism, with it mostly being introverted. But the point of this video is I want to address the Premier League. The Premier League endorsing the movement of Black Lives Matter, and why the Premier League had to kind of support the players of the league making their stances of anti-racism. Here's the thing: the Premier League has had its own issues, as we all know, with racism in terms of Black, Asian or Jewish. In terms of the players, Black players receiving racial abuse from segments of fans, or Black players being racially slurred on social media. Now, it's possible that it could have been other black fans disguising themselves as white racists online. It's possible. I'm not going to rule that out. But certainly the Premier League has had its own issues with racism, along with Serie A, who has definitely had issues of racism and players saying very outrageous things, such as I think last year it was when Bonucci said that his teammate at the time, I can't remember which teammate it was, I think he now plays for Everton, I'm trying to remember his name, he said a comment about how Moise Kean, how Moise Kean was partly responsible because he reacted to being racially abused by fans. After he scored a goal, and he was being before he scored a goal, he had been racially abused by fans, and then when he reacted, Bonucci, his captain, his teammate, criticised him, attacked him, and said that he was partly he was 50-50 to blame for the incident, for the racist incident, despite the fact that Moise Kean was the one who was the initial victim. So that was stupid for him to say. But the point is, the Premier League football has had its own issue with racism, and obviously the league are gonna support the stance against racism that the players are making, and I believe that Arsenal, I think the Premier League players they're gonna wear BLM t-shirts for a few matches, I think, in support of the causes for social justice. And so whether you feel like this is just a massive company, a massive sports company, just kind of trying to use the protest as a way of kind of branding themselves as progressive, despite the fact there's no black manager, which is another issue for another day. But for the meantime, it's kind of irrelevant, and it's important. It's really important that the Premier League addresses the issue with its history of racism that has taken place over the years, or whether it's by a player or a group of fans. It's really important, and that's why I feel like they kind of are taking this route of publicly supporting and advocating for players who are making statements against racism, as the Premier League has made the statement itself by participating in the Blackout Tuesday that went viral around the world in honour of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, before that as well. So certainly I can personally see why the Premier League will make their statement and actively participate in social protests against injustice, racial injustice, because they've had their own history, like I said before, and they would probably want to kind of make up for the mistakes or for the lack of action that they've had towards situations where racism was being excused or being publicly supported by a football club or a particular figure within sport, within football. So that's just my opinion on it. I really do hope I communicated well on this issue, because this is important, and I'm going to be doing another video of what I briefly said in this video about the lack of black managers in the league, despite the league being very progressive supposedly. And yeah, leave it at that. God bless.